Hey everyone! I hope that you guys are doing amazing. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. It's just been a crazy morning. I've been doing a bunch of work and I kind of got distracted, as INFJs do. So hopefully all of you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. And the reason I wanted to do this live chat is because I wanted to answer any or all questions you guys might have, like face to face. It's great that you guys can email me or message me anytime with questions. I feel like maybe a bunch of you have questions that you want answered face to face, or maybe you just want to chat, or you just want to be here with me and be an INFJ. And so whatever you guys want, this is how we're going to do it. Hey Marva, how are you? Morning. It is 10 o'clock here, obviously. I am in Toronto right now. And so it is Eastern Standard Time. Hey Camel Smokes. Yeah, I'm doing a live stream. It's insane, yeah? Dave, hey, how are you? Hey Alonzo. Hey City, how are you? Yeah, it's been on my mind to do a live stream for a long time. But as you know, as an INFJ, I'm like, do I really want to do this? Like, how is it going to be? It's going to be so stressful. You know, I'm going to have to be in front of all you guys, and it's scary. Even though I do these videos all day long, this seems like a little bit more stressful. Hey, Amanda. I'm doing great, Marva. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, all of you guys. I'm so grateful that you guys are spending your Saturday morning or Saturday evening or wherever you are with me. Obviously, let me know if this time works for you or if it doesn't, because I will be doing more of these in the future, but I just wanted to test this out first, you know, just to see if you guys even want more of this conversation or more of me or more of anything from me. Hey, Ostrom. Hey, Gifted Ones 1981. I'm guessing a lot of you guys are using aliases. And so if you guys want to share your real names on here, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to tell anyone, obviously. Oh, in Sweden. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for joining us from Sweden. That's amazing. And you're more than welcome for the YT video. Seriously, I am actually surprised, as I've said this before a lot of times, I'm actually surprised at how much traction these videos are actually getting and how you guys are relating to them. It feels, hey man team, it feels kind of weird to me because I just don't get it. I guess it's just because these thoughts that I've had. Hey Dylan, so nice to see you here. These thoughts that I have in my head, you know, I share them without any consequences, without thinking, hey, be true to you. From Tennessee. That's nice. And so I share these thoughts because they're just in my head and I'm like, I just need to get them out there. And I don't put any value to them because I just think they're useless thoughts, right? They're just there. But I'm glad that you are able to get something from it. Hey, Camel Smokes, Oklahoma. Wow. It's amazing. That's amazing. I just love that you guys are from everywhere in the world. As I said, I'm in Toronto, obviously. Toronto, Canada. I don't know if you guys have ever been here, but it is obviously getting cold. So you guys can see I'm wearing a fake fur, not real fur, jacket. And I am indoors, but it's still like I get cold very easily. Hey, Ethan, Australia. So you guys must be, what time is it in Australia? Well, thanks for joining. Hey, Jacob. Welcome from the UK. Thank you for joining us. I think it's only 5 hours away, UK. So that's pretty good, I think. Dave from Netherlands, amazing. Hey Philip, how are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I know a lot of you guys are busy. I know it's a Saturday, so you guys are probably working away doing a billion different things. Hey ONRA from France, amazing. And so please, if you guys have any questions, then please ask me, but I'm just going to keep on babbling on as I always do. My friends say that once I get excited about something, when I do care, I just can't stop talking. And so hey James, thanks so much. Thank you for loving my videos. I really appreciate it. Hey S Rose, Sienna, I remember that, from Michigan. Interesting. And Thanks, Philip. Thanks for liking my babbles. Hey, Laurel from Michigan. Also, I was actually thinking, if you guys want to put down, where you're from, and if you want to hang out or join or, do Facebook chats with other people who are in your area, other INFJs, because a lot of you say that you have a hard time finding INFJs. And so if you want to do that, connect with other INFJs from your city, from your state or wherever, and maybe you could meet up in person. And I think that'd be really cool. So you don't feel as alone. You don't feel like you're the only INFJ in Michigan, or you don't feel like you're the only INFJ in Sweden, which is obviously not the case. Hey, Lisbeth. Hey, Laurel. Lonzo is from Atlanta, Georgia. Awesome. I've been there once, and it was a really nice city. Michigan City. James in Las Vegas or Seattle. Wow. Las Vegas. I find Vegas is a little bit, it was a hard city for me to be in. It's really pumped up and a lot of energy there, but I found I just could not be there. I was only there for a week for a conference when I worked in a corporate job. Dylan from Tucson, Arizona. I've heard it's really beautiful there. Marwa's from Panama City, Florida, and Min Team from North Carolina, USA. So a lot of people from the US here, which I guess makes sense. I mean, the timing works for you guys. 292 Amateur ASU from Northern Germany. Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us. Laurel's from Fraser. Oh, Fraser, California, is that? Suma, nice to have you here. James, yeah, it is hard to adjust to Las Vegas. Suman's from Kolkata, India. I've been to Kolkata. I love your food. A lot of delicious fish curries. Astrum from Switzerland. Amazing. I think you're the first one from Switzerland. There's another person here from Sweden, which is nice. But thank you for joining us. I don't know what time it is in Switzerland. Camel Smokes is asking me what kind of music I like. Hey, Arna. Oh, you're from Bosnia. I had no idea. I thought you were from India. So my genre of music is techno. I know you guys are probably going to say, oh my God. But I love techno music. I love dance, house music. I love to dance in general. I actually put on music in my room and dance on my own. I don't actually need to go to a club to dance. I just love moving my body. I think it's one of my expressions, one of the forms of expressions that I love. And I love techno and house. I think I love it because I had a lot of exes who loved it. And they really instilled the love of it in me. And so I have a lot of love for it, I spend a lot of time listening to it. Whenever I'm working and typing away doing my writing, I have like techno music in my head and it's just blasting away. Now I like the really soft kind of techno, so not really thump, but like really ethereal and it feels like you're flying. I'll share some of my music that I love in the feed in the community, so you guys can check it out. I just love the music that it makes me come alive. As you guys know, we love music. Yeah, techno and house is really easy to zone out to, and I think that's the reason I like it, because I can just let my mind wander while I listen to this music. I don't have to think about the lyrics. I don't have to think about what they're saying. I just kind of let myself flow with the music, kind of back and forth. Yeah, lyrics can be exhausting. I totally agree, Ethan. That's such a good point. Rose loves country and folk music. You do love the lyrics. That's nice. What books are you reading? Right now, I'm reading The Daily Stoic. It's one of my favorite books. I read it a lot. I have it by my bedside, and I kind of like look at it, and I read it every single day almost. I'll pick it up, and I'll just pick up a random page, and I'll read from it. I'm big into Stoicism, so if you guys are interested in Stoicism or anything, go check it out. Elizabeth Belgium has really, really good techno artists. A lot of really good techno artists and DJs come from Europe, specifically Belgium. Germany has a lot of really good ones. London, obviously. Hey, Wild Horse and Dog. I'm so happy to see you here. I love all your comments. I love all of your guys' comments, by the way. So please, I get a lot of you guys saying, I said this before, that you're afraid that you're going to comment too much and you're going to be over like hogging the spotlight. Just don't worry about it. We love hearing from you guys. All of you guys have really insightful comments. So please keep on sharing. I read all of them. Even if I don't reply fully to them, I read every single one. Alonzo, what tips would you have for an upcoming YouTuber? I'm building my own channel and really admire consistency. Alonzo, I'm so happy to hear that. You're so young and you have so much time. So I'm so happy that you're starting to share your thoughts now. I wish I had started when I was 18. I think you're 18. I believe you're 18. And so one of the things I would say is you should not worry about perfectionism. As an INFJ, that's really hard. Sometimes I'll do a video and it's really shit according to me. You're 21. Okay, sorry. So Alonzo's 21, still really young. And, you know, I'll do a video sometimes and I'll be like, oh my God, I have no idea what I'm talking about. It's really shitty. I can't even believe that I made this video. I should just delete it. And my instinct is to delete, but I don't. You know, I share them. And sometimes you'll be surprised. Some of these really shitty things that I think are shitty actually really resonate with people because it's very authentic and really out of my heart. And it comes across. The authenticity comes across, right? That's the reason I hate it so much, I think, is because it's so authentic. So I recommend to anyone who wants to be a YouTuber or want to share your thoughts online is just be authentic. Just share yourself as you are. Don't worry about anything else. You know, don't worry about making yourself better in their eyes or making yourself good. Just do it. Just share. And eventually, as you do it consistently over a long period of time, it took me 2 years to get to this point, guys. And 2 years of consistent posting. Like I think I started a year and a half. I started posting consistently every single day, August 17th, I believe, 2017. And so it's been a year and a half, and that was every single day. So 365 plus 150, so about 450 or 500 videos. That's how I got here. So I want you guys to remember that it takes a long time for you to gain any traction. And even now, you know, I'm still working on it. I'm still building. I'm still growing. So, and I'm still learning about myself, about my speaking habits, you know, about the way I share my thoughts, things like that. I hope that helps, Alonzo. If you have any other questions, you know, message me directly and I'll give you more thoughts on that. I read a lot of nonfiction, a lot of self-help books. I love self-help. It's one of my things. I'm always trying to improve myself as an INFJ, as you guys know. And so that's really important for me to keep on learning about how to improve myself and how to get better. I love that you guys are reading a lot of nonfiction as well. Romance, I have read a lot of romance in the past. But I just find that it's just it's so right, Countless Smokes. I have no experience with it, and I just feel like sometimes it feels unreal. Is this actually real? Does this really happen in the world? Do people really fall in love at first sight? It feels very, very odd to me. I guess maybe that's the reason INFJs read it, because we have no idea what it feels like. Ethan has a question. Do you think we attract authenticity while repelling inauthentic people? A lot of inauthentic people don't like me, and it takes a lot to block out that energy. I absolutely agree with that. I think that when you're being fake, and a lot of people need to be fake in this world, just the world we live in, I feel like we judge them for being fake, but I don't think we should, because it's hard to live in this world, right? It's very hard to live in this world and be authentic. There's so many things always drawing you in different directions, kind of pulling you and making you inauthentic. And so a lot of people are being their inauthentic self because they're forced to somehow. But we don't let ourselves go that direction. Right? It's very hard for us to do that. And so when a fake person meets a real authentic person, it's like there's a huge clash there, because what we do is we show that fake person that they're being fake, right? Or we show them that they're being inauthentic. And that's a really hard lesson for some people to learn. It makes them it brings up all their stuff. It triggers them. And that's really terrible, right? And so that's the reason why that's such a hard thing for inauthentic people. You're gonna find that more and more as time goes on, because as time goes on, more and more inauthenticity is going to happen. Even though there's lots of people who are awakening and all that, still there's a lot of people out there who are being fake. It's just the way it is, right? Laurel writes tragic romance. Oh, that's so sad, and I love that you are able to write that. Elizabeth's asking, how should she get over her creative wall? Such a great question. I think the best way to do it is just to be creative every single day. Just do something creative every single day, because it's the practice of it that makes you realize that, oh, you're creative. Because until that point, you're like, oh my God, I'm not creative. But then if you're able to do it every single day, if you're able to be creative every single day, you're going to notice that that's going to change your perspective of yourself. And so like that's the easiest way to get over it. That's how I got over my creative walls. I had a lot of those. Paganism. Oh my god, yeah, you do live in a Bible Belt state, so that must be really, really hard. So many abusive people target me. I'm triggered often. Yeah, that's the reason I hide in my room a lot. I don't kind of go out that much because I feel like, ugh, there's a lot of crazy people out there. And as you guys know, for some reason, shitty, crazy, negative people seem to be attracted to our positivity, to our light, because they think that we can fix them. And you guys know we cannot. So it's just, you just have to run away from that. Dolly, hey Boom, really happy to watch you live. What do you think about different languages affecting our cognitive functions differently? That's such an interesting question. So I actually love languages. I love languages. And I'm actually studying Japanese right now, not so that I can become fluent at it. I love the language of it. I love watching animes, and it's such a beautiful language to me. I just was in Mexico and I love Spanish as well. So I'm pretty good at Spanish. I'm not fluent, but I can understand a lot of it. And I am from India originally, so I speak Hindi and Punjabi, and obviously I live in Canada, so I speak English. And so I just love languages. I think it's the way we grow our brain. It's the way we can look at different cultures and learn about different people. I don't think you can learn about your new culture until you look at their language and you listen to their language and really immerse yourself in it. And that's the reason I love it so much. I feel like it's our power. It's the way we grow ourselves. It's the way we connect ourselves to other people as well, right? Other cultures. Yeah, we are definitely mirrors, Alonzo. We definitely reflect people. Thank you, Navtej. Nice to see you here as well. Marwa is not good at reading comprehension. It gets better. The more you read, the better you get. So just practice. Core, nice to see you here. Hey, Boom, do you think we are too perfectionist about relationships? Like our demands or needs or whatever are so high? Absolutely. Absolutely agreed that our demands and needs are really, really high, and we can be a little bit crazy. So that's one of the reasons I think we have a hard time being in a relationship, is because we put too much pressure on that other person to be perfect, because we see them as they could be rather than what they are right now. We see the potential in them, and they're here perhaps, and we see they can be so much higher, and we kind of push them, and most people are not interested in that. Most people don't want to be better than they are. They just want to live in status quo. And so yeah, it can be very hard. Hey, Mr. Buttercake, I like that name. Keep it real. I'll try. Arnaud, how did you decide to start YouTube? It was this need in me. Like I had this weird sensation in me. This, like, my throat was like, it was filled with words. And it's a weird thing to say, I know. But it was really, literally, I was filled with words, and I wanted to get them out there. I wanted to share it with the world. And I didn't know how else to do it. I was sharing it with the people around me, but they weren't really they weren't really interested. And so I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? And so I started creating videos. First, I did a lot of Facebook Lives, but they weren't enough for me. Facebook wasn't a good medium for those kind of stuff I wanted to share. And so I decided to do YouTube videos. I was really scared, obviously. I was like, oh my God, no one's going to listen to me. No one was going to give a shit. Why would I even bother? But of course, I was like, okay, I'm doing this for me. These words, they're inside of me. They had to get out. And I had to get it out there. And so I did. I started. And surprisingly, people did like my stuff. And so I kept on going, and I kept on going. And obviously, here I am. Any advice for school, City? I just want to remind people who are in school that this is just one part of your life. And if it's hard, remember that it's going to not last that long. It's going to be over soon, and you're going to be into a different phase of your life. We put so much credence and so much value upon these few years. And there's just a few years that I'm obviously 35 right now, and I was in school a long time ago, 15 years ago or more. And I used to think how much pressure I used to put myself in school. And now I think about it, how it doesn't even matter anymore. I don't even think about it anymore. It's like a minuscule part of my life. There's so much more I've done already, and so much more I'm going to do. And so stop putting so much pressure on yourself. Just relax, have fun with it. Meet people, make friends if you can. If not, just do your own thing, and just don't worry about fitting in. Just don't worry about anything. It's going to end before you know it, and then you're going to be on to the next thing, and I'm going to have to worry about it. I hope that helps. Amateur ASU is the sun goddess in Japanese mythology. Interesting. I'm so happy that you told me that. I had no idea. My favorite anime? Oh man, I have so many favorites. I just finished watching this one called My Little Monster on YouTube. It's on YouTube, all of the episodes subbed. And it is, I don't know why, but I just loved it so much. I love the slice of life animes a lot. They're just so deep and so beautiful and just makes me so happy. So if you guys are interested in anime at all, I absolutely recommend My Little Monster. So much fun. It's just so deep and so beautiful. Just makes me want to cry. Try reading out loud to yourself. That might help. That's a great idea, Vin team. Really, really good. Why INFJs like social media so much? We like anything to do with the internet, Mohammed, because it means that we don't have to directly be in front of a person. And we can be in our cozy bed or in our cozy room by ourselves, and we can be online. And we can talk to people and pretend like we're being social, but we're not actually really being really social if you think about it. But that's why we love it. That's why we love the internet in general, is because we can pretend like we're having social interactions, but we're not really. But we still feel like we're protected. You know, there's this barrier. The computer, you can't really. Well, you can, but you don't really feel as many emotions when you're talking to someone through the internet. You know, it's kind of, you're kind of protected. That's why we love it so much. I absolutely lash out when triggered. Actually, it's one of the things that I've been watching for myself a lot, is that whenever I get triggered, I really watch myself and I'm thinking about, okay, why was I triggered? What was it exactly that triggered me? Why did I think that that was something that was threatening to me? And I'm really, really watching myself for it so that I can use that information to learn what triggers me and what I need to learn more about myself. For example, just a quick example, if you get triggered by someone who is an attention whore, I don't know if I can use that word, but anyways, someone who likes a lot of attention, if you get triggered by a person like that, then remember that anything that you get triggered by is inside of you as well. The only reason we care about something, that we get angry about something, that we get sad about something, that we get triggered by something, it's because it's inside of you as well. So remember that, and the next time you get triggered, remember that you're getting triggered because that is inside of you as well. And how is it inside of you? That's something, maybe it's a shadow part of you, maybe a part of you that you don't like. And so what you need to do is integrate it back within yourself. Actually, you know, that's a really good idea. I might do a video about this. I'm glad that you guys mentioned it. So I'll talk about what to do and why we get triggered and what to do when we get triggered. Okay, I'll put that on my list. Thank you for the question. I think it was Lisbeth who asked that question. Yeah, Lisbeth. Oh, and Ari, I already said I'm watching My Little Monster. Camel Smokes. I like social media because I can be my true self. I don't have to wear a mask and BS people. Really, really good point. Really, really good. Hey, Christina. Really nice to see you here. Morning Lights. I'm disgusted by my crush because he doesn't show much interest to me. He's like a robot. Morning Lights, are you not an INFJ? Because an INFJ are pretty much like robots. It's really funny because my mom always says that, you know, you don't love me because you don't care about me, because, you know, when she is sick or when she's tired, I do the things that are necessary, but I do it very robotically. And it's the same thing with my relationships as well. People are like, you don't really care about me. It's not that we're robotic. It's just that we separate ourselves from our emotions because we feel so much of it, right? And we feel so much emotion that it can be scary. It's like, oh my God, do I really want to feel all this? No. So let me kind of separate myself from it. So if you're having a hard time with him being robotic, I think he might not be the right person for you, because if he's an INFJ, that's just the way we are. It will take, eventually he might be less of a robot, and it'll take us a little bit of time to get to that point. Until we're comfortable with you, we won't get that way. But unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I'm so sorry to tell you this, Morning Lights. What is your MBTI type? Are you an INFJ? Camel Smoke, so true. If we acted like our normal selves all the time, we would trigger everyone. Absolutely agreed. Oh my God, you guys, I'm kind of like behind a little bit. Have you ever been in the Mountaineer Canadian Rockies? No, I haven't. I'd love to go, Wild Horse. Oh, you might be an INTJ. Yep. Win team. That could be as well. My sister is very robotic at times. She's an INTJ, but I've learned to love that part about her. Everything is temporary, James. Absolutely. Does anyone experience like really insane body reactions or lack of? I don't feel a lot of pain. We do have, as I said, and watch my video about the mind-body connection. I've done a video on that INFJs don't have a really good mind-body connection. And it's true, like we don't. And so there will be really weird reactions that are going to happen because either you connect to your body all of a sudden and you get this reaction from your body, or you're disconnected to it. So that's why you don't feel pain. So watch that video. It's a mind-body connection. Please watch it. It'll be really, really good for you. Relationship trauma. That is a whole conversation on its own. I'm going to put that on my list and I'll do a video on that, Muhammad. I love you too. Hi, Mox. Thank you so much for watching my channel and for being here. Erased. I watched Erased. I really liked that anime a lot. A lot. It was so good. Best advice for 21-year-olds or younger INFJs. That's such a good... man, I want to write all this stuff down. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to write down all the different videos. Right, for younger INFJs, triggers, and trauma from relationships. Okay, sorry. I'm just writing them down so I don't forget. And so best advice. I'm going to do a video on this, Alonzo. I think I've already done a video on this. But the main thing I'll tell you as a younger INFJ is to learn to love yourself. It's literally seriously the best thing that you could learn is to learn to love yourself so that, first of all, you don't hate yourself, which is really important, but also you learn to love all of your random quirks and weird things that you have, all the oddities that we have within us, and learn that they're all gifts and they're all superpowers and they're all things that you can use in order to make the world a better place. And once you have that, that's when you really start going into your power. And that's when you start really doing the things that you need to do because you don't care about anyone else anymore. You don't, live according to some random paradigm that someone else has set up for you. You live according to your own rules. And that is really important for an INFJ. That's when you really that's when you really come into your own. That's when you really come into your power, as I said. Carolyn, nice to have you here. Nice from South Germany. Currently traveling for some months, especially the Caribbean islands. With many recommendations for INFJ traveling. So many noisy people everywhere when traveling. Oh my God, yes. There are a lot of noisy people everywhere. A lot of noise everywhere. I feel like noise is like, I'm just writing this down. I'm going to do a video on it. Noisy people. How to avoid noisy people when traveling. Oh man. So one of the main things I do is I always get a private room. Now, if you don't have a lot of money and you're getting hostels or dorm rooms, I always try to get one of those with the screen. Like they have these curtains that you can put on your dorm bed. I always try to get that because it protects you you have this private space. So when you come back home after a long day of madness, you can close yourself off in that little cubicle and you can just be on your own. You can watch TV, you can just be on your own and really get away from it all. Earplugs are an absolute necessity for an INFJ while traveling. I carry my earplugs everywhere. I sleep with them as well because a lot of people snore and there's a lot of noise at night as well. And eye masks, that's another thing that I carry with me everywhere whenever I travel. It's so important to protect your energy, protect your eyes, your senses. And I spend a lot of time in quiet cafes and in quiet parks. So whenever I need like a recharge, I will go to a park and I'll just be in nature by myself. And that really rejuvenates me. I'll add that to my list as well. So I'll do a video on that. So hopefully that helps. Carolyn, people usually take advantage of me being kind. How do I deal with that? As soon as you find someone that is taking advantage of you because you're being kind, maybe I'm being a little harsh, but I would door slam that person so fast. No, I'm funny because how dare they? How dare they take advantage of us, right? Now, if you don't want to door slam them, obviously, what you need to do is set up really, really clear boundaries. So if the person is taking advantage of you, you should say, okay, so we're friends or family or whatever, and I feel like you're kind of taking advantage of me every single time I'm doing this or that or whatever it might be. You can use your own words. And I don't like it. I don't like when you do that. If you keep on doing it, then our friendship is over. So I really want to keep our friendship. So please stop doing that. Now, as I've said this to you guys before, I have very strict boundaries with people and I've learned to build them over a long period of time. It took me a long time to get here, guys. So, and even now I have issues sometimes with boundaries. So it's really hard. It is actually one of the hardest things in the world to set up proper boundaries. it's really difficult. I'm actually going to do a video on that, actually. Boundaries and INFJs. It's one of the most important things an INFJ can learn is to set up proper boundaries, because if you don't learn how to do that, you're going to take advantage of, you're going to get taken advantage of, and you're going to hate people in general. And so I'm going to do a video on that. Hopefully that helps you, City. Astrom. My family thinks I'm a couch potato, but I just don't want to go out because people are making me tired. They hate it. Was your family the same? Can I do something about this? Does it really matter if your family thinks you're a couch potato? Now, I'm not being facetious, or I'm not being stupid. I'm really asking, like, does it really matter if they think you're a couch potato? If you know who you are, and you know you're not one, and you know why you're doing what you're doing, does it really matter what they think? Because of course they're coming from a place of complete ignorance. And so why does it matter? Let them think what they want to think. Now, if that doesn't work for you, then what I used to do a lot of is I used to walk in my room a lot. And because I didn't want to go outside because there were a lot of crazy people outside. And I walked back and forth in my room. My room is tiny, obviously. It was even smaller before. And I walked back and forth. And, my mom would see that I was walking a lot. And so she was fine with that. I think the only reason they might be worried about you is because, if you sit a lot, it's really bad for you. It's really, really, really bad for your health. And so what you might start doing is have a little bit of a workout routine. What I do in my room is I do a lot of push-ups and I do a lot of squats while I'm working, while I'm walking back and forth. While in my room, I do a lot of like burpees. I'll do like push-ups against the walls. I'll do squats. I'll do a bunch of random things. I'm always kind of moving my body so that I stay fit, right? So maybe start doing that. Hopefully that helps. Morning Lights. Yes, Win. He's an INTJ. Brilliant, Win. At the beginning, he approached me and everything was so pink and perfect. And now he's just acting like a jerk, being so serious and blaming me for having fun. INTJs are really, really difficult because they have, if you think we have walls as INFJs have even bigger walls, Morning Lights, even bigger walls. It's really hard to date an INTJ. Actually, it's really hard to break through their walls because their walls are so thick and they're so afraid of commitment. They're so afraid. I think he might really like you because of the fact that he's building his walls up again. He's afraid of getting hurt. They're so afraid of commitment. And so perhaps just be patient with him. Just be patient with him. If you really like him, be patient and keep on going. If not, maybe find a non-INTJ because they can be really difficult. My favorite anime, Arnold says, is Fairy Tail and Akatsuki no Yona, I think. I've heard of them. Yona. Yeah, I think I've heard of them. I'm gonna check them out. What is your favorite book? So I have a lot of favorite books. Oh, oops, I lost you guys. Where am I? Hey, Logan. Oh my God, you guys are messaging a lot. Oh, there it is again. D. Meminger. What is your favorite book? As I said, I think my favorite book is The Daily Stoic. I read it daily. I love that book. I love Stoicism in general. I read a lot of self-help. I really, really love the War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. He's one of my mentors. I love that book to death. I love all of the books by Dick Francis. He's an English author. Really, really, really good. I love him to death. And those are some of the things that I love. I love Brené Brown. She's a brilliant, brilliant writer. Daring Greatly is one of her books. Really, really good. Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert is really good. I really like that book as well. Those are some of the books I love. I love a lot. I love books in general. I really, really, really love books. Bright Midnight 1967. Good morning, Boom Shikha. Amy from Western New York. Nice, Amy. Thank you for joining us. Esther Rose, unresolved trauma is my trigger. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on trauma in relationships and things like that. So let's wait for that. Dave Trump. What kind of Sennheiser headphones do you use? I bought the new True wireless earbuds. I just have these ones, the ones I'm actually wearing right now, which is CX 3.00. Really, really cheap. I think they were like $30. But I love Sennheiser. They're my favorite kind of earphones. Bright Midnight. Do you think that triggers might be a primal ancient cave person trait? I think it's just basically the fight or flight mechanism. Whenever we think that we're under threat, we tend to fight or flight, right? But we don't have any real threats anymore. We don't have any lions, roaming after us or things like that. So what happens is that all of those threats turn into triggers. And it's like we feel threatened when someone is invading our space, or we feel threatened when someone is invading our time, or if they're telling us that we're something that we're not. There's a lot of triggers. I'll talk a lot more about triggers. I put that as one of the things on my list. Obviously, that seems like it's important. But yeah, that's just basically what a trigger is. It's just the fact that we think that we're under threat, and that's why we go into fight or flight mode. Okay. Again, as I said, I'll do another video on it, so it's a little bit more clear, because I could talk about that stuff a lot. There's a lot to talk about triggers. Elizabeth, I'm kind of an angry person, like aggressive. It's very true. INFJs can be very angry people, very aggressive. I am very aggressive myself, very intense. I think you're taking your intensity as aggression, which is why I've done this video a billion times before that. Your intensity is not something you need to be afraid of, guys. It's actually one of our powers, our intensity. But people, when they look at us and they look at our intensity, they'll think of us as being angry or as being aggressive. And our intensity is misunderstood. Don't let other people tell you that you're being angry or aggressive. You're just being intense. You're living life to the fullest. Live life to the fullest. Don't live like zombies or automatons. Don't let other people make you feel bad for being intense. Don't do that. There's a video on that, Elizabeth, about intensity. Message me and I'll send you a link, okay? Emotionally shut down for self-protection. We all do that as Rose. That's just the way it is. It's a good way to do that. As long as you don't let it happen for too long. Don't shut yourself off for an eternity. Shut yourself for a few days, weeks perhaps, and then come back out again. Otherwise it's not good. We can go into our caves and disappear into it and never, ever, ever, ever come out. Thank you, Christina. I'm so glad that you find my videos useful. I'm glad that I'm helping you guys feel understood. It's actually one of my goals with all the different videos I'm doing. It's really, really important to me because I know how it feels not to be understood, right? We spend a lot of time as younger INFJs not being understood. And so this is really, really important to me. I'm glad that I'm helping. Yeah, I shut down for years, Camel Smoke says. And yeah, it's really easy for INFJs to shut down for years. It's really important for us not to do that. Gumha Na. Hi, Boom. Love your channel. Thank you, Gumha. Sometimes I feel like I'm not really suitable to be in the commercial world. Absolutely. That's the reason I left the corporate world. I could not do it anymore. I'm just not into company politics. I'm thinking to go into psychology counseling. That is a good field to go into, but remember that there's going to be politics everywhere. Even if you're in psychology or counseling, there's going to be politics there. So what we need to do is learn how to either work with it or just be fine with being terrible at politics. I'm terrible at it. I know that I'm terrible at it. I don't want to play the game anymore. Just don't think that just because you go into psychology or counseling that there's not going to be any politics there. There's probably going to be. So you might be fooling yourself if you're thinking that you might not have to deal with it there. Internal relationship focusing really helps me. Any kind of going back within yourself and learning more about yourself will help you guys as an INFJ. It's the most important thing we can do for ourselves. Anton, I am not a good singer. Welcome to the live stream. But anyway, thanks for your insights. I needed that. I am not a good singer. I love to sing. I sing by myself in my room a lot. Actually, I've been reading a lot about singing and how it's really, really important for the human brain. So I try to sing at least once a week. It's just really important for your neural connections, for your brain, for endorphin rush. It brings a lot of positivity into your life. You guys should read up on that. It's fascinating stuff. And so it's really important for human beings to sing and dance at least once a day, hopefully, but at least once a week, and just for our bodies and for our mental states and for our positivity. Lurking Muffin, welcome, Lurking Muffin. I love that name. Favorite anime is Clannad, so emotional and cute. I've never heard of that one. I'll put that on my list. Hey Logan, I just saw your message again. Kimura, your views on procrastination and how to beat it. Wow, that's a really, really deep and really, really extensive topic, procrastination. So how about this, Kimura? I think I'm going to do a video on that. I'll add that to my list. Let me put it down, procrastination and how to beat it, specifically for INFJs. because I could speak about that a lot. I've actually worked on that topic a lot for myself, and I pretty much beat procrastination mostly as much as possible. And so I'll do a video on that, okay? My favorite anime is Your Lie in April. I've never heard of that one either. I'll put it on my list. Sorry to hear that, Camel. Yeah, absolutely. Great to see you on YouTube Live. Priscilla. Hey, Priscilla. I hope that you're doing well. I haven't heard from you in a while. I hope everything is fine. James Durant. Look, I wrote down all the suggestions as well. Awesome, James. D. Meminger. What do you like most about Mexico? I was in Mexico only for 2 weeks, and I was actually there for work. So I didn't actually really do that much, but I do like their food a lot. I like the fact that it's spicy. I love spicy food. So going to a place where the food is not spicy, I find it really difficult, but Mexican food is spicy. A lot of delicious salsa. Oh my God, my mouth is watering thinking about it. And so I love that. Beaches are nice, although I'm not much of a beach person. The weather's obviously perfect. I love the tropics. I love the tropical weather. It just makes me so happy. And so I guess that's what I would like about it. I love the language. People are really nice, obviously. And I find people are nice everywhere I go. So that's not really a Mexican thing. Iris Snowflakes. Thank you. Congratulations on your first live. I'm so grateful. Listening while putting up my Christmas tree. Love to you and all your awesome fans. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My mom's putting up her Christmas tree as well. So send me pictures of your Christmas trees if you guys want. I'd love to see them. I bet you they're really beautiful and creative. Gumha, I have problems with procrastination, problem with perfectionism. Obviously, every INFJ has a problem with perfectionism. It's just the way it is. We just have to deal with it. Life would have been so much easier knowing this at 21, Lisbeth. Yeah, absolutely. If I had known all this stuff at 21, oh man. But I guess that's the way it is. Maybe I couldn't have known it at 21. I wasn't that smart then. Being an unhealthy INFJ is the worst feeling. Actually, I'm going to do a video on like what's the difference between a healthy and an unhealthy INFJ, because that's a really, really important question. Because what is the difference? Like how does it feel? Obviously, it does feel very terrible when you're an unhealthy INFJ, but what's the difference? I'll do a video on that, yeah? Earbuds or earplugs? Earplugs, I think I'm talking about for travel. Hey Edmund, how are you? No worries if you're late. I totally understand. You guys are busy. It's a Saturday. I'm so surprised that you guys are actually even spending time with me. I was thinking to myself, I was like, if I get 10 people or 5 people, I'd be really happy. But I'm so happy that all you guys are here and spending time with me. I am absolutely grateful. As for I choose to be kind as it feels good. Yes. If I let's take advantage, I need to be better, build better boundaries. I like to rise above others' negativity. Brilliantly said. Brilliantly said. Where am I? Oh my God. I'm like, you guys. Okay, yeah, there. Lisbeth, I'd love it if you shared your poem with us on the community. I love hearing from you guys, and I love seeing your creativity. And so that would be great. I try to treat people like I like to be treated. The golden rule. I absolutely follow the golden rule. If I want to be treated a certain way, I'm going to treat that person exactly the same way. And if I'm not, then that's the wrong way of looking at it. I love INTJs. I love INTJs as well, Edwin. Thank you for the advice. Astro, you're absolutely welcome. I'll definitely do another video on that, so please stay tuned. Music is life, Elizabeth. Absolutely. Do you journal, City? Absolutely, I do. I do journal every single day, every morning. So this basically when I wake up in the morning, I wake up around 6, 7, depending on how the day goes, and I'll journal first. So I'll get up. My book is right by my bed, so I'll get up. I'll sit up in bed and I'll journal for a few minutes, and then I'll do some pranayama, which is breathing exercises, and then I'll meditate for half an hour. And that's how my morning goes every single morning. It's so important to journal. I've done a video on it actually. Journaling is like a pensive for your brain, and so check that out, City, if you want. Good morning, Keith from San Bernardino. I think that's California. Elizabeth, you really need to take a shower. We'll try and hurry back. That's so sweet. Nadia, how are you? Blessings to you from Mexico. Well, welcome from Mexico. Loic, hey everyone, he says, hey Loic, I hope that you're doing well. I've never seen your comments on the channel, so I'm guessing you're new. Welcome. Edwin, I relate to you so much. Like every word you say and every thought you express is like seeing a reflection of myself. I'm glad that you're able to see that, and hopefully I'm glad that it was teaching you about yourself. That's so important. That's the main idea behind all the videos, to learn more about yourself. I love curry as well, Wild Horse. Priscilla, do you already watch anime with, yes, Spirited Away? Oh my god, I've had people recommend that to me, and I'm really putting it on my list. I really should watch it. I haven't watched it yet. Why people usually think that movie and animation is just entertainment, even though we can learn a lot from it. Totally agree, Priscilla. I learn a lot from the anime that I watch. I actually learn a lot from the Japanese culture in general. I find it so deep and so intense and so beautiful. I just love it so much. Bye, Campbell Smokes. I hope that you do well, and I'll see you soon on the YT channel. Good talking to you as well. D. Meminger, how can I help a person who believes they're doomed to be the person they're now forever? For a long time, this person has been the same, but being that person only makes him feel he's not alive. I get a lot of questions like this from INFJs of people that they want to save, that they want to help. And I really want to tell you guys this over and over again. I've said this before. You cannot save someone else. You cannot save someone else. You cannot do it. You just can't do it. I'm sorry to say this to you, D. Meminger, but you cannot save this person. Unless they want to be saved, unless they're going to do it themselves, you're not going to be able to do it. So please stop wasting your time on it. I'm not even joking. I'm not saying this to be cruel or to be harsh. But it's a waste of our time to run after the people and try to save them. They're not going to be saved. They have to do it themselves. And you're wasting your time and energy if you think you're going to be able to do it. So I'm sorry this is a bit harsh, but just don't waste your time on it, please. Edwin seen it, blah, 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 blah. Are not. I know we need earplugs and masks, but I think it's dangerous to wear them to sleep. You never know what can happen. I don't think so. I mean, earplugs aren't completely noise proof, or soundproof, so you'll be able to hear anything if it does happen. And eye masks, they usually fall off at night anyways while you're sleeping, so I don't think it's that dangerous. I mean, try it out. If it doesn't work for you, I wear them every night. So D. Member, say self-help or self-development and subconscious mind helped me a lot. Great point. What is your view on tattoos? Dave asks. I love tattoos. I think they're beautiful. I don't have any myself, not because of pain or anything like that. I love my skin the way it is. I really like my skin and the humanity of it and the beauty of it, the scars on it. And I don't want to hide any of that with tattoos, but I love tattoos on other people. I think they're gorgeous, so creative. It's a form of self-expression. I think they're beautiful. I love watching tattoos on other people or looking at tattoos on other people's bodies. Hey, Weekend INFJ. I love your name, by the way. And thank you. Thank you for joining us. I'm so grateful. Namaste. Lurking Muffin. Yeah, I love that name. Christina, how to deal with derealization. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Do you want to expand a little bit? Keith Brown. As an INFJ, is it possible to be alpha males, females, like taking leadership roles? Absolutely. But I think the kind of leadership that INFJs take on is the very beta kind of leadership, where we're not going to be like, do this, and we're not going to be like very dictatorial. We can't be like that. But we'll be the best example for that person, and we'll let them be the best version of themselves, and we'll create a space for them to be that. And so that's what we do as INFJs. And that's the kind of leadership role we do take on. It's very hard for us to be alpha. We can be. I mean, I have played that role in the past because I've had to, but it's not a typical intuitive role for us. It's not really something that we want to play. Okay. I'm actually going to put that on my list. Alpha leadership. That's such a brilliant question. And so maybe I'll do a video on that. Blah, blah, blah. James Sherman. Yes. Nice to see you from Vegas. Athena. Really, really nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. I'm really, really grateful. I love you too. James, have you ever heard of a Sigma male or Sigma female? No, I have not. I'd love for you to share something about it with me. Hi, Boom Shikha. Hey, Justine, how are you? Singing is my healing and procrastination is my enemy. I love listening to you. Thanks for your videos, getting ready for work. Peace and love to you. Have an awesome day at work, Justine. I'm so grateful that you're listening and on my channel. I really appreciate that you dropped by. I'm really, really thankful. And hopefully you'll stick around for the next videos that I do. It's 7:47 a.m. in Vegas. Just got home from work. James Sherman, are you working an overnight shift? What do you do? James Duran, law. I didn't think there'd be so many people on either this early. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm surprised too. Yeah, James Duran and James Sherman are both from Vegas, so you guys should definitely connect. I will watch it. I promise you. Edmund, Boom, when can we see your mind expressed through comedy? You're so funny. I gotta see more of it. I have been kind of weirdly busy. Actually, I started a podcast. So basically what I'm doing is I've called it the INFJ Whisperer, and I'm kind of translating all of my videos on INFJs to a podcast for all those people who don't watch YouTube, right? And so I've been kind of busy with this new project. I've been busy with a lot of different things that I've been doing. And so, yeah, I have been writing scripts and all that stuff. I will definitely work on it. But thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Awaken INFJ, exactly. You can't and shouldn't try to save someone else. Focus on yourself. Brilliantly said. Absolutely agreed. Scott Paul, hey, how are you? It's so nice to see you. I love your comments on the channel. I love all of you guys' comments. Priscilla, yes, I know what you feel. La, la. Christina, derealization, a feeling that one's surroundings are not real, especially as a symptom of mental disturbance. I actually believe in the theory that we're all living in an illusion. This is all some kind of maybe video game that we're playing or some kind of illusion that nothing is really real. And I don't think it's a part of a mental disturbance. I think it's just based on quantum physics and the fact that I don't think anything is really real if you put to it. I mean, everything is just energy, and matter is just energy, and there's nothing really to it. If you just go down deep into it, there's a lot of empty space. So what is real and what's not real? I don't know really. And so I believe in that theory. I don't think you should always take everything that is said as a sign of mental disturbance. I think a lot of people do that. Oh, this is what's wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with any of us. Like, I mean, unless you are a psychopathic killer, there's nothing wrong with any of us, really. Everything that we're doing is based on our reality. So derealization, I don't really know that much about it, but I don't believe that can be a real mental disturbance. It could be, perhaps. I don't know that much about it to actually even say anything. What is your favorite song? I don't know. I'm into techno music, as I said, D. Memminger, so I really don't like songs. I'm big into poetry, and my favorite poets are Maria Rainer Rilke, Rumi. I love Rumi. I love Rabindranath Tagore. And so I like poems a lot. Sigma leader. I love your name. Is there a special story or meaning behind it? Zuri. Hey, Zuri. No meaning really, except when I was younger, I used to be a model, and so whenever I'd walk on the catwalk, my male colleagues would say boom, like they pretend like there was a bomb blasting, kaboom, boom, and so Boom Shikha just became my nickname. It's nothing important or special. I just thought it'd be fun to have that as a channel name. And a lot of people start calling me Boom now. So actually, Boom is my name, really. No one really calls me Shikha anymore, except my family. Sigma is the lone wolf. Sigma is the real alpha indeed, on a deeper level of understanding than the status quo. Interesting. I'm going to look into Sigma male. I'm going to put that on my list. Sigma male and female. Maybe I'll do a video on that if I understand it more. Are INFJs sarcastic or sassy? Absolutely. We are very sarcastic. All of our humor is sarcastic and self-deprecating. So we always make fun of ourselves, and we make fun of the world that we live in, and we like being sarcastic. I mean, I think humor is the spice to life, right? How are you going to live in this world if you're not going to have humor? Edmund, recommend you to watch V for Vendetta. Great film. It portrays some parts of what an INFJ, what I thought. V for Vendetta. I've never heard of it. V for Vendetta. I'll put that on my list. V for Vendetta. I'm terrible at this. Okay. What's the next thing? James Sherman, I work in a casino downtown. I see. That makes sense. So you did an overnight shift. True, this is an illusion, a simulation, a dream, the Awaken INFJ says. It's supposed to be played with joy and gratitude. All physical things, including the mind, nervous system, experience of five senses. Absolutely agreed. All of this is a beautiful illusion. And what is real, really? Like, how do you know something is real? A dream seems really real when you're in it, but it's not really real. Or is it? Is it the dream world that's real, or is it this world? You never know, really. And so I really don't like to think about reality, because what's reality? This universe is a simulation. I'm an INTJ, by the way, Muhammad says. Oh, welcome. I'm glad that you're watching my channel. Hope that you're finding it useful. Illusory in nature, the awakened INFJ. Techno, yes. Monopole Joe, really nice to see you on here. I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're well. Yeah, I do love techno. I love acid techno. I love like the really deep house, the really, really serene and really soft and beautiful. I love that kind of music. I love the subject of the true nature of reality. I recommend reading On the Holographic Universe, mind-blowing. Are no snowflakes says so snowflakes, and I really like that. Actually, I'm going to do a video on it because I think it's such a brilliant, the true nature of reality. What is real and what is an illusion? Is this really real? I'm going to do a video on it for sure because I love talking about this stuff. It makes me so happy. Lonnie, hey boom, I was commenting on my other account, Alonzo. I just wanted to say thanks for all your videos and content. You really helped me so much. I'm so grateful that you are watching and listening. Being 21 especially, I'm so glad that you're doing it right now, where you can really change the world if you keep on going with this. Keith Brown, on Spiritual Awakening, Reaching Enlightenment. I know it's a journey we're taking, and your channel helps a lot. This goes to everyone in the chat. What are your views of enlightenment? Hey, Elizabeth, welcome back. I didn't think you'd be back in time. That was a quick shower. I'm very quick with showers as well. I go in and out, Anyways, views of enlightenment. I feel like enlightenment is big business right now, right? Like a lot of people make a lot of money out of it. And everyone kind of uses it as a thing. Oh, I'm better than you. I'm enlightened. That's not what it's supposed to be about, I don't think. I think it's just a journey, and you never get to the end point. You're never enlightened. It's not like, I'm done and I'm enlightened now. I have nothing to worry about. It's a long, long process. Even the Buddha, or even like all the reincarnations of Buddha, or even the Dalai Lama, he even says himself is that just because he's enlightened and he's truly enlightened, he still has a lot to learn. And he's still always learning. And so there's no, like, it's just a journey that we're on. And I feel like everyone just kind of makes it seem like it's like something really, really mad and beautiful, and everyone wants to have it. Everyone is on that journey themselves. Everyone is on the journey already. We don't need to think that we're going on the journey. We're already on it. And so, I mean, I'll do a video on it. I put that on my list, but I think it's a really interesting question. I really do think that people make a big deal out of it, though. No, it wasn't actually very long. Elizabeth, you're cute. Edwin Kramer, I find this mystery of an INFJ. Are you talking about the anime? Christina, indeed, if you can accept that there's no truth, only exception. I think the INFJs are really curious, and it's driving me crazy that everything can be anything. Yes, absolutely agree, Christina. Reincarnation. Absolutely, yeah, we do take reincarnations. INFJs really have a deeper meaning of mind. We understand everything on a much bigger level no one can reach. Are not, yeah. So it's already been an hour. I can't believe I've been chatting for an hour. Oopsie. I really can chat, as you guys can tell. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do these every 2 weeks, I think. So I'm really grateful that you guys joined me. Thank you for sharing all your stuff with me. Thank you for sending me all the messages. Thank you for being here so early in the morning or late at night, wherever it is for you. As I said, I'm going to do this again in a couple of weeks, and I'll put a time down in the community, and I'll talk about it in the comments, and so you'll know when it is again. Again, so thankful for all of you guys. You guys have no idea how grateful I am to have you guys in my life. You guys, I don't want to know how to express my gratitude to you guys. It makes me feel so grateful to have you in my life. And I'm so grateful that you guys are alive and well and beautifully there wherever you are in the world, and that you're being you and you're really being an INFJ and you're learning about yourself. I love you all. I really do. Maybe it sounds a little sappy, but I'm so grateful for all of you. I really, 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 really appreciate all of your support and all of your energy and your love and your... I wish I could hug all of you guys. It would be so nice to meet all you guys in person. Maybe I'll do one of a live event somewhere in the world someday in the future. We'll see. In any case, I wanted to end this here now because it's been an hour and I don't want to take so much of your time up. I know you guys are busy, but thank you for being here. And as I said, we'll do this again in a couple of weeks, and hopefully you'll join me then as well. And again, bring your questions, bring your ideas. I love listening from you guys, hearing from you guys, sorry. Thank you again. I'll see you guys next time around. Bye for now. Bye. Love you.